Three, two, one, let's go. Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode on the George Habib podcast. My name is George Habib, and I am here to discuss an interesting topic tonight with, I want to call them academics. I want to call them interesting, but let's just say I found two random dudes to talk with tonight about this particular topic. And I'm going to introduce them in matter of importance and intelligence.
Hey,
Armin.
hey
Hey,
guys.
Armin, how's it going?
Good man. How about you?
Doing
Good to
good,
be
doing
here.
good. And I will have the audience know that you picked your own name for tonight. It
Right,
wasn't me, it wasn't based on a stereotype,
right.
but he naturally went for it. So maybe that is based on a stereotype.
Yeah, well, why not? Why not? Something to
Yeah.
have fun with.
Tell us a brief sentence about yourself, Armin.
Hey, this is Armaan. I work in IT, aka tech
Oh,
support.
what a surprise.
Yeah. Thanks, George, for inviting me over. Good to be here.
No worries, man. No worries. I came tonight with the mission of getting at least one interesting person. I am glad to have filled that quota with you. And now
Thank
for the other diversity hire, we have Johnson. Okay. Okay, let's start that again. And now for the other hire, we have.
you.
Can you stop making that face? I'm just kidding, John. I love
Uh,
you. You know
for the record, I
you're
didn't choose my
okay.
name. He just assumed I'm a nurse. I'm the same. I'm the same guy. I do the same work as the earlier guy. The guy earlier. Oh my god.
Bro, you put the random nurse yourself, man. Like
No, I
it's just a
didn't.
coincidence half of Filipinos are nurses here, okay? It's just a coincidence.
All right, let's go.
Don't worry, it's not like I'm cooking shawarma here either. So
Hey,
we
we're
we
changing
go
your
against
name
the
next time,
stereotype.
bro.
Huh?
We're changing your name next time.
You can try.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, now to get to the point, the topic of today is passport bros. We're going to be discussing what is a passport bro, what do they do, what's good about them, what is bad about them, and how different people feel about them. But guys, as we always say before the topic, please, guys, if you want to support the channel, pass us a subscribe, like this video, share this video with all your friends, because that really helps this channel grow. So, having said that, let's get on with it. So, who here knows what a passport bro is?
So,
Seriously?
I'll go ahead since no one's going on. Okay, so Passport Bro has a simple definition. You you can travel alone or with a friend. You travel to another country to find a suitable mate for you.
Suitable mate. Perfect. And yeah, John, what's your idea of a passport bro? What have you heard about it?
It's like this. If the place that you're living in is not for you, change location, bro.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, that is
It's
called
like
an
this.
immigrant. That is literally just the definition of an immigrant that's
Right.
been
It's
around for thousands of years, John. You have added nothing
yeah.
to this
it's like
definition.
it's like you're fishing on a lake, but there's nothing in there. Change lake.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
it's like
Okay,
bro.
well, the good news for all of us is I actually do have the definition of a passport bro. So let me pull it up right here. Okay. So, as per Urban Dictionary, the passport bros are men who have chosen to seek out foreign women, typically from other countries, for relationships. They believe that Western women have been influenced by culture and societal pressures to behave in a certain way, and that by seeking out foreign women, they can find a more authentic, fulfilling, and harmonious relationship. So, what do you guys think? This matches the definition?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
guess
does. It
so.
does.
Yeah, so I guess in this case, given we're in North America, this would be mostly North American men.
Right.
I guess traveling to countries like I don't know, like number one is Philippines, I guess. Philippines, Ukraine, Belarus,
Dominion
maybe
Republic.
India. I'm not sure.
No.
Vietnam.
Dominican Republic as well.
Dominican Republic, Colombia, like from
Yeah.
what I've read online. So they go to these countries. I guess they stay there for a while. They go out, they meet women, they take them out on dates and stuff. And I guess eventually the point of all of this is to find a more traditional leaning wife.
Right.
But from what I've read about this, there appears to be a lot of controversy on the matter because on the one end we have let me see if I can share the screen. So here we have on one end, we have a guy writing about his experience. He's saying he's a passport bro who travels the world to date foreign women. He hopes to settle down one day and he loves exploring the world.
He settled with the monkey over there. I don't know. It was like traveling the world to date
Yes,
foreign.
John, North American women were so bad he went for a monkey. I noticed you missed the photo on the other side,
Oh, okay.
where
I
he's
miss
with
it.
an
I have
actual
a.
woman.
Yeah, I'm dyslexic.
But yeah, even if you scroll down here, some people criticize the women who date passport bros, believing they're only after a green card. Okay, so yeah, what do you guys think about this? Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know, man. Because like, if, for example, like, if you live in a small town, like, for example, like up north, and then like the
John, I'm
population of
wanting you to
two.
speak into your mic.
It's like if you live in a small town, like the population of 2,000 only, and you know every neighbor you have, and you know every kids you play with. It's kind of hard to have a relationship in that kind of area. And then you broke up, the gossip just spread like a wildfire. Might as well change location. Change location. Who are you gonna date? Oh, it's my neighbor. Okay, you guys break up right after, and then you see your friend dating your ex. You know, it's it's just 2,000 people over there. You know, it might as well change location if
Yeah, but is this the passport bro or is this like the place they're visiting?
no, that's the analogy of it, you know. But like passport bros is how can I say? I think if men doesn't fulfill his because like every man has an idea of a relationship growing old. So like
Yeah.
in every movies we see a prince rescuing a woman, and then like we provide, we because like how we see our father provide for the family, you know. And then if you don't give room for men to provide, how can a guy feel fulfilled for, providing for the family? And then from what I can see in the Western woman, they do the same thing as men does, and sometimes it's too too equal in a
Yeah.
sense that there's no room to be a man in the house because
So
like
you're saying they feel a bit emasculated.
yeah, that's the point of it. So they're trying to go for a more traditional woman, which you can
Mhm.
see in Asia. Well, it doesn't mean traditional, like, because I talk to some girls that they don't want to cook, they don't want to clean. But what is wrong? What is wrong with cooking for the people you love? You know,
Yeah.
cleaning cleaning your house, cleaning the mess of your kids to have kids. So what is wrong with that? They they evaluate being a boss woman differently, you know.
Mm.
But that's just me.
No, because I get it. Because like John, you grew up in the Philippines. Armaan, I'm assuming you grew up in India. I grew up in the Middle East. You know, between Dubai and Lebanon. And from what I see in these countries, it's like if someone in the West told me my mom wasn't a boss because she ran the house, I'll be like, bro, this lady's been beating me since I was born. You're going to tell me she's not the boss?
My dad is afraid of my
My
mom.
dad does not
Yeah.
come home and go like, my dad never came home and was like, woman, where's the food? No, he was like, my dear and loving wife, can we please have something to eat now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Right.
my mom still cooks. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like a thing. Like how it's like a fatherly thing to work for your family, provide
Yeah.
money, provide shelter, security for your family, and then it's the woman's, the mother's job, like maternal feeling or
Maternal
fulfillment.
instinct, maternal
Yeah,
role.
maternal instinct to take care of your kids, your husband, and nurture them, and then so
Yeah.
to make
So
the
basically,
house
this.
loving.
So basically, these roles have been disrupted in the West.
Yes, yes, it's weird because like it's the job of the father to buy the house and make the house, and it's
Hmm.
the mother's job to make the house the home. You know,
Yeah.
but I don't know. They have different mentality here for some
What's your
reason.
take, Arman? How do you feel the differences between what the role is in where we're from, which is basically the East,
Right.
whereas the family role, how is the family role allocated here in the West?
Well, I think in the West, family role, it's a bit reversed these days. Like I'm talking about like the new generations, right?
Hmm.
Right. So I think the idea of like it's good that everyone has equal rights. Men never are against equal rights, but
Yeah,
if you're
some men
trying
are.
to,
I've
yeah,
I've met a few questionable people.
well, the exact question is, what do they define as equal? Like, what do you mean by that? So if we can, I think that here, if you're trying to help out a woman or anything, so this is something personally happened to me as well. I was in a grocery store. This woman had a baby in her hand, and she was trying to pick something from the floor, from her basket, and I was trying to help her. And she was like, "Bro, just get out. Just I can do this myself." I was
She
like,
said that.
"Okay." Yeah, she said that, and well, this is just a personal opinion, right? An
Hmm.
anecdote, but still, there are traditional women out there, and there are families who, I'm not saying like it's like women are not more feminine these days. Like
Yeah.
they've
So
lost
you're
their
saying
touch. Like you need, sorry to interrupt. It's
no,
just
no, no. I'm
like
interrupting you. I apologize. Go for it.
the- uh, it's just like men, as men, we are built to help people. To we're built to help people, and we're built to help women and society, because before, when there were, old age, stone ages, men were the one who gathered around, help each other, and then the
Hmm.
women were the one who used to prepare food, even if whatever happened, because they were the ones taking care of kids. And even if you take example of a beer, the mama bear, she
Oh,
protects her
bear.
kid. Yeah, bear.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry,
I
accent.
got excited for a sec when you said beer.
Me
Yeah, no,
too.
no.
It's a
So
bear.
yeah, so um, so the mama bear always protects the kids, right? Her cub from the dad, because she's like, that guy's gonna kill him if he doesn't find something to eat, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of disrupted these days with a lot of
Hmm.
feminist movements, etc., etc. So you teach women to be equal. Okay, you can do everything, like, but still, I think that West has it wrong these days,
Yeah.
and
So basically, it's an issue of the traditional roles. For me, I
right,
don't think it's a reversal. I don't think men are becoming women, women are becoming men in the
yeah,
relationship. I think it's just both men and women are just assuming the same roles, which is like the provider, and
right,
no one's really assuming the role of the nurturer. Like no one's
right.
really like
Yeah,
making or taking
exactly.
care of kids. And to tie this back into our topic, which is basically passport bros, from what I see, like because this traditional role kind of is on the decline in the West, these guys having grown up with, like you said, the movies where there's the prince, there's the princess, there's the dad, there's the mom, dad takes care of the family, mom runs the family, because they're not getting that here, they're going to other countries where that role is still evident. Like, it's still traditional.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right, right,
So that's what's pushing the men from from North America, from Western Europe, away from these kind of dating pools. That's pushing them away. But what's bringing them towards the East? Like, what's attracting them to places like Philippines, Cambodia, Vietnam, Ukraine, Colombia?
Philippine
I want
women
to
are
say parts of the
beautiful.
Middle East, but I don't think anyone wants Middle Eastern women.
I think
Filipinos are beautiful.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, that's a point there.
I would like to say something here. I think what takes people and these passport bros to East or other countries is stability, because
Mm,
when you marry in Eastern countries, Asia, India, like you don't marry to divorce. There's divorce rates are much higher in West than our countries where I
yeah,
grew up. And I think men are just looking for stability. So the only thing they want when I get home, or anyone, like, men get home from work, the last thing they need is someone who's just gonna tell them to order outside or not cook for them. So in my example, like my both of my parents used to work to support me and my our family. They were the only ones who were earning. So they used to come home, they used to take care of their kids, and it was like you have to understand what's like how much you are willing to help, and this is your home at the end. You just don't break up. That's it.
yeah.
It's permanent for our countries, and
So they
those women
basically
are
they work
traditional.
together to
Yeah,
fix the problem. They don't just give
yeah,
up.
right. And
Yeah,
it's very easy to divorce in West because women have an advantage, right? So
it's respectfully, it's only easy on one person. On three, there's four parties in a divorce.
yeah,
There's the
Okay.
there's the husband, there's the
yeah.
wife, there's the
Yeah.
husband's lawyers, and there's the wife's lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Only three out of those four people generally win in a divorce.
Mm,
In most divorces, even though there are cases where like a wealthier wife has to pay, I forgot what it's called, alimony to the
right,
ex-husband.
Yeah.
In most cases, it's really the man who has to dish out the money, whether it's alimony, child support, and like a division of the assets.
right.
So from what I see in North America and Western Europe, why would I want to get married? Like, why would I want to enter into a commitment with this other person and the government? Because marriage is like it's a government thing now. It's not just religious anymore.
Yeah,
Why would I want to get into a relationship with these entities when if something goes wrong, the other person can just say, I don't want this anymore, and I lose half my assets and I get set back.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's sad though.
It
yeah.
is. It
It,
is.
Yeah.
sad, man, sad.
Getting back on the topic though. So, what do you think? What 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 did the woman do to to put away the men's uh, to put away the Western men, and the Western men goes to Asia?
Like, what are Western
Like,
women doing to
yeah,
push them towards Asia?
yeah.
Well, not really Asia, like towards traditional countries.
Traditional countries, yeah.
I think, look, the thing is, we have to balance like people's freedom to do stuff and like what ends up happening. I think we live in a world that like prioritizes the career above everything else. This is for both men and women. Like, prioritize your career over your family, your happiness, your mental health, everything. The career is everything. Everything else you can push it away. You can have kids later. You can have your house later. I think in these countries we have a very career minded mentality. And what that means is the same way I'm focusing on my career, the women I date are also going to be focusing on their career. They're not looking to start a family. They're not looking to put their career on pause for a more traditional role. And yeah, the result of that is if I want to settle down and get married, I have to look for a person who also wants to settle down and get married from a population that just doesn't want to settle down in favor of their career.
That's true.
Right. True, true,
So
true.
But
that's what I personally feel is pushing the men away towards these traditional countries.
not just that. I don't know if it's just the selected algorithm in TikTok, but
It's
I
TikTok.
saw.
TikTok's
Yeah,
doing
it's TikTok algorithm. I don't know,
it.
but woman has a lot of requirements nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like expecting for men to do this, like how
Yeah.
much the guy has to spend money for a ring. Like they were like, oh, $500,000. I was like, who has
yeah,
that money?
You're definitely watching TikTok videos.
right, right. Like I saw a lot
Yeah.
of that. Like women saying, "Oh, it has to be like 6'4", earn this much money, earn this like stuff." Yeah, they don't even know what is a minimum wage in their country. Like,
Nah, that's
like
look,
the
that's a generalization. Bro, look,
yeah, it is. It's just
No,
the
no, no. I
selected.
respectfully, bro, I feel like these videos, they just look, they get a bunch of answers. Some of them will be normal and educated. Some of them will just be the dumbest shit you'll ever
Yeah,
hear. And then they'll
yeah.
only put the dumbest shit you ever hear.
Of course,
I
of
don't think
course.
like all these girls like answering these questions are dumb. I just think they're showing us only the dumb ones.
Yeah,
I just think
exactly.
overall,
Yeah.
like, first of all, I do agree with you that there is a lot of standards expected out there. I cannot become 6 foot. I'm like, I lost that battle when I stopped growing. I'm just like 1 inch, maybe an inch and a half away from 6 foot. Never happened. Now I have to wear like high heels or something. But like in the other ways, yeah. Look, there's a reason why we're when we were in high school, the girls our age did not want us. They wanted seniors. Heck, some of the girls
Hmm.
I knew in high school were dating university students.
Why
We're
though?
talking about like 15, 16-year-olds dating like a 21-year-old man.
Why?
Women, I feel like from a biological point, from a cultural point, they want someone more mature than them. They want an older dude who's already got his shit together. He's already got his house. He's already got his car. He's got a good career. I don't think they'd sell for someone earning like the same level as them or less than them.
I think
And
you're
if you
getting
talk to
honest.
women, I've talked to women when I'm dating, they have expectations. They
Right.
are curious about my salary. They are curious about my goals. They do pull out the tape measure and measure my height. Okay, maybe not the last one,
Really?
but I feel like they're doing it mentally.
Yeah.
But of course,
And like the thing is, me being like in my 20s, me being 28 in a regular job where I make decent enough money for a bachelor, I cannot I am not I feel like I'm not satisfactory for a girl my age.
yeah,
Yep. That's the
Yeah.
problem, man. Right.
What do you think, John?
I don't know, man.
Like I know you're not 6 foot, so that's definitely like one of the problems you're dealing with.
Yeah, that's the
Statistically,
thing.
you're just not going to be 6 foot.
Yeah, but yo, there's a surgery though. There's a lot of men who did that surgery just to
Yeah, you're
achieve
going
that
to get that
six
like
foot.
leg
Yeah.
lengthening
Oh
surgery
hell no,
eventually.
no, no, no. What God gave me, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'm proud of it. It doesn't matter from my
Yeah. What do
perspective,
you
but
think, Arman? Not about John getting taller, but about the expectations.
Well, yeah, there are expectations these days because yeah, women do want a man who is settled. And well, earlier why women had expectations is because it was a motherly instinct. They would want to know if I get into trouble, that guy can handle me and my family, and that the guy earns good enough to feed my kids, and I can be safe with this guy. Nowadays, it's about okay, we need a house. We how much the guy is willing to put aside for me so I can shop as much as I want. Or
Mm.
it can be other things, man. Like so I don't have to work. Because some women they just don't want to work. They want to just stay home and make TikToks, stuff like that. That's it.
I think it's more not stay at home. They just don't want to be at home. I think they just want to like
yeah,
I said, they want to focus on their careers. They don't want to have kids, or at least they don't want to have kids right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, guys, at least me, for example, I'm ready to settle down. I had my fun in university. I'm all funned out. I want to be a lame dad now, you know, wear shoes and then like wear like those long socks. I
Yeah.
want to snore like a chainsaw.
you're gonna tuck in your shirt now.
Oh yeah, plug in my shirt. I already got the dad bod.
Oh, same,
Dad bod
same.
all the way. But yeah, the
but
point is like the person I want who ideally would settle down with me is it's hard to find that here. And to get again back to the topic, passport bros. I feel like that's why they're pushing them away to these countries because they want a more traditional person.
yeah, like what you said earlier, like women have standards, right? Why can't men have standards as well? And our standards are leaning towards a traditional woman, or not even traditional woman, more of a family oriented woman, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
because from what I can see, it's the culture difference between Western and the West. In the West, we're close to our family. We don't even move out after 18. They move out here after 18.
Yeah.
And some yes, some no. But
Mm.
if you're family oriented, you're gonna do what your mom did or your dad did to your future family. You know, that's what men are looking for. In the West, I guess that's what they're missing.
Mhm.
What
So
were you guys thinking?
this is what they're gonna find in the Philippines and India,
Yeah, of
Middle
Yeah.
course,
East.
man.
It's less
Of
headache,
course.
man. Less headache, man.
Mm.
Less headache.
Why?
It's more like going home. What does men work? What I mean, like, if men work so hard every day, 9 to 5, are they? Do they want to go home angry as well? You know, they want to relax. They need
Right.
to distress. You know, you'll be stressed if your house is dirty. There's no food. There's no food in the fridge. That
Right.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess going home with the warm food in the table, and then your kids
Yeah.
greeting you, and then your wife is there to family dinner every night. That's happiness right there. You know, like that's what
Yeah.
they're looking for. Imagine growing old in the West. Both of you guys are focusing career, no kids, don't have time to eat dinner together, or doesn't even talk in the dinner. Um, you're gonna go home lonely. You're gonna feel sad, not fulfilled in life. You might achieve your dreams, but you won't achieve the happiness that you're looking for, and that's what Western men are looking for East in the East culture. I guess
Yeah.
that yeah that's
Mm.
just
Oh,
me.
don't forget Colombia.
Oh yeah, that too.
Sofia Vergara, here I come. Where
Yeah,
the Salma Hayek's at. No, but
yeah.
I do agree with you. I feel like these men are searching for happiness. So is that what happens, bro? I go visit. You put
Yeah,
me on a date with
if
your
yeah, I mean,
cousin.
if you're lonely, bro, let's
Oh, I'm
go.
lonely as
Let's
fuck,
go
bro.
Thailand, bro.
I'm
No,
a 28-year-old male who owns a cat.
bro, that's okay,
Love
man.
it.
No,
There's a
I
new
have.
statistics though about
Uh-huh.
woman by 2050. Most of them are not married in the West, and then
Mm.
they're not gonna get married,
Bro, put your
or
mic close to.
that's just a statistics that most women in 2050, year 2050, they are not married and they don't have kids, and then
Mm.
that's from what I read, and that's kind of sad future. You know,
Yeah.
you might achieve your dreams, but in the long run, is it worth it? You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. The I feel like, and this again, this is not just the women. I feel like the dream here is you get a crazy good career. You're old, you have some money, you own half of your house, the other half is mortgages, then you die alone. I see a lot of, I live next to a nursing home, man. That's a lot of lonely people there. Either they don't have family or either their family doesn't want to see them anymore.
Sheesh.
yeah,
Mm.
that's kind of sad.
I'm
Imagine
guessing
men
like these
doing that
guys, they
too.
go over, they marry a lady from these countries. They have a traditional wife who cooks, who takes care of the family, who supports her husband, and statistically won't divorce him.
Hmm.
So I guess that's what they're looking for.
Yeah, man.
And I want to ask you guys, will they find that?
Yeah,
Like,
Depends.
no, I want to clarify. Like, are these guys maybe like over dreaming,
no,
or
none
they
at
will
all.
find that?
They will find that. Most women, at least in the Philippines, most women in my country are very family oriented. You know,
Yeah.
they will take care of you. They will cook for you, and then they will love you for real. Unlike because they in my country we date to marry, not just for fun. You know,
Right.
Mm.
I guess in India too.
Yeah, man. And it gets to a point sometime men start looking for that. And I think it's okay. But it kind of also depends, maybe the person to person, right? Even if you're in the right country, right time, it would still have to depend on circumstances, right?
You know what? I want to now. I want to think about it. we're talking about the benefit of the guy. What's the benefit of the woman in the relationship, in this kind of relationship? Like, what's the benefit of the girl you just mentioned where she found this man to take care of her?
I think she got a better life because in those countries, even if you're working, you don't earn much. You don't have
Mm,
guys. But if let's say that girl moved to a Western country like Canada, okay, it's a nice country. You have more benefits from the government, and then the environment is just more safe, man. Like, and moreover, the guy is stable. He earns well, and he means well. That's why you know. I think
yeah,
women have an advantage too because it's more free. West is more free for women than the other countries. Like
it
there,
is in
yeah,
in many ways. In some ways, not as much. I feel. What do you
right.
think, John? What do the women get out of it? The
From
women
what?
who get picked up by a passport, bro.
Oof, that's hard. It depends actually. It doesn't mean being a passport pro. It doesn't mean when you go to a certain country,
John, please
like
speak into your mic.
being a passport pro doesn't mean when you go to a certain country that they will treat you as a prince right away. No, you
Mm,
still you'll still have to look for love. Like meet people and stuff, and try to court some women, and if you find the right fit, that's it. What does the girl get from it? Um, I don't know, really. I don't know.
Like
security.
Maybe security, and
It's not just the thing is, and I'm going to specifically direct this towards Canadians, Americans, some Europeans. When you come to our countries, when you come to Lebanon, Philippines, India, when you come to other countries like this, you need to realize that when it comes to marriage and matchmaking, it's all about security, like
right,
job security, financial security, money security, health security. There's usually it's not just for the women. There's a lot of thought put into the guy's marriage from the guy's side and the woman's marriage from the woman's side, you know? From the woman's side, they want to make sure the daughter is well taken care of as well as her family, you know? From the guy's side, they want to make sure the guy marries a great partner for him to have healthy kids and continue the family line. But when you
right.
come here to Canada, I feel like we marry for love. I want to marry my love, the love of my life. And if you say, like, bro, if you tell this to like a brown person or an Asian person, do you know
that
that comedian?
that
What's his name?
that,
Jimmy O.
that Jimmy O Young, yeah.
He said one day I told my dad, "Dad, do you love my mom? Do you love mom?" And then his dad was like, "Ha, "Love?
Love.
She married me for money. It's not love. It's a business. It's a business
It's a
transaction."
business deal.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like and like the expectation is you marry for security and stability, and then the love will happen.
yeah.
And even if the love happens, it's not going to be more than the love you have for the kids.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Yeah.
Because have you ever been in love in high school?
Oh yeah. I was
Yeah,
an
Right?
idiot.
Right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, right? Like everybody else. You don't
It's
have
like, bro,
money.
if you list all the red flags, there was the picture of the girl I fell in love with in high school next to the definition of red flag.
Right.
Right?
So
Right?
true, man. So
Like
true, so true.
you fell in love. You fell in love in high school. You don't have money. She doesn't have money either, but you fell in love. It doesn't matter if it's
Yeah, but
security
is
or
that
not.
love or hormones, bro?
Uh that's the most that's the more pure love you can find right now. Like
Mm,
yeah, because like
Pure.
you don't think of money, you don't think about sex, you just think about
Bro,
like
I'm gonna
being
stop
with
you
them.
right there. All I thought about was sex in that time. I'm gonna stop you
Oh
right there.
no.
This is John.
Oh
You know, George, when you're a teenager, you don't think about sex.
no. No, of course yes, but like not as much.
like you're not horny all the time, man. Like yeah.
I was horny all the time. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, come on. It's more like have you ever met someone that you just spoke and then you just cannot get enough of that speech, and like
Yeah,
talking to her all the night, all the time,
Every
all
day.
yeah,
night.
Every
Like,
day, man. I go to McDonald's, I fall in love with the cashier. I go
oh
to
Yeah,
IKEA, I fall in love with
bro.
the bartender. I
Bro.
go to the
yeah,
park, I fall in love with a girl walking her dog.
Yeah,
Maybe
man.
yeah,
that's just me. Maybe I've got some
yeah.
issues.
You have some issues, bro.
No, bro. Like I'm
My love
telling
is cheap. My love is cheap.
bro, this is a huge factor as well. Like apart
Yeah,
jokes,
it's a huge factor, bro.
like men, all we see when like genuinely we as men will fall in love with a McDonald's cashier because that's all we want. We see a woman, we can hear how she talks well, and then that's all we want, bro. She has a job, she
Yeah.
talks well, and kind of seems feminine and is
Plus
feminine.
it doesn't matter if she works or not because you're the
Yeah,
one who's gonna be provider. You
right.
know.
Mm.
And but when it comes to like women, there are like some women, I won't generalize all of them, but in West, there are standards, man. Hey, the guy, the guy, you need to have money for that.
Yeah.
You need to like the only thing you need is money, man. Like, and you can get
Which is
anything.
like it's like a reasonable thing to want, especially
Right,
since we are talking as if the guy is supposed to be a provider. But
right.
like I think like what we both agree on is that women all over the world want this. It's just in the West, it seems the standard is a bit too high. It's unrealistic.
It is. It
I
is.
think it's influential, bro. Like, they've been brought up in an environment that
Hmm.
forces this, and then
I
their
feel like
mindset.
they want a guy. I feel like they want a guy who makes really good money.
Right.
Like forget being 6 foot. Like we can't
Yeah.
change that. But like I feel like they want a guy who really makes good money. But but then when they find that guy, they want to set everything at their own pace. They
Hmm.
Yeah.
don't think about what the guy wants. Like this is generalizing a bit, but I feel like a lot of times the guy's point of view isn't taken into account, which is like for example, if I date a girl and she's dating me and she's like, "Oh, look at George. He has a decent job. He's well put together. I want to date him and eventually marry him and eventually have kids." Me on the other hand, I'm like, "No, I respectfully like the way I was raised, I want a family. I want to start a family like soon.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm ready to settle. I'm not looking to settle in the near future. I'm not planning to settle. I want to settle right now.
Yeah. Right.
Like not for like a girl, but like for the life of a family life.
Oh, not for a
Because
girl.
it's an angel speaks.
It come from her mouth. Well, what is the perfect time to propose after how many years of
I think
dating?
look, I think it's unavoidable that the guy will always like for a stable relationship, I think the guy will tend to be older than the girl.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I think me, I'm always a fan. Like I always believe if marriage should happen soon. I feel like in your 20s, because the thing about this is if you get married in your 20s and you guys have like 3 years of marriage and then you all of a sudden you fall out of love and you get divorced, you guys are still in your 20s. You still have your whole
Mm,
life ahead of you, or
right.
your 20s, or like you just hit 30. It's like you still have your whole life ahead of you. But I know people, they wait till the end. They have a lot of problem conceiving kids. They focused all their time on their career. Now they have no time for nothing else, even though they're married and have a house and everything. And then they fall out of love in like 5 years. And guess what? They're both in their 50s and their
Right.
dating life is difficult. And I know, and this is relatives. The relatives I know where they have to settle for something they never wanted. It's hard, bro. If you're, and this is more, and I want to be honest, and I feel bad for women. This is harder for women to find a man as a much older divorcee, especially the kind of man they want. I see
Right.
them, they have to, at some point, they have to be realistic. They have to find other people like their same age, if not older. They have to find people also from divorced families.
Right.
Whereas me, I believe if you got married way earlier on and then realized it wasn't for you, you'd still be young. You'd still find what you want. You'd still have all this time ahead of you. That's what I believe. Marriage for me should be something when you're young, and if you guys don't love each other anymore, it should be really easy to divorce. No attachment, no like strings or anything. We're not happy anymore. We separate. But the problem we have now is that before it was just religion. Now it's the government's involved. It's like all your documents, and then trying to like separate from all that is such a headache.
Right.
Yeah, I
Agreed with you,
agree.
man. Agree. Because you're still young and you've got you're still learning, man. So like you can just separate out and figure your own stuff. And this is a point of learning, right? You because for women the clock is ticking, even for men. Like, but the longer
I
they
don't know,
wait,
man. I just like saw something like bro, Al Pacino had a kid. He's not 83.
no, no,
He's
first,
now he's
like,
fighting with his ex for over the child, and he's got like a week
yeah,
left,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, for life. Robert De Niro, he just had a kid at 76. No, no, no.
yeah.
I think the
Oh, how
women
was
have
that
this
even happen?
argument. No, no,
No,
I'm going to be on the woman's side of this, where it's like it's a lot harder on the women.
it's harder on the
It is.
Guys,
It
women.
is.
you
It
can be
is.
50 and still have start a family. Women, unfortunately, I feel bad because it's not that I'm not going to say it's fair. They have that clock ticking.
Right.
Stuff does get harder for them as they
The
grow
longer
As they
they
older.
grow
wait,
old, yeah.
the longer they wait, yeah, well, it's the reproductive system, right?
Mm,
It's just not made to, be delayed for women. So I feel bad as well. But for men, like sometimes, like let's say men want a younger woman. Like I have a friend who he's old in his 50s and he just wants like a woman, like a girl who's younger, who he can still have a family with. So he needs at least what, like someone who's in their late 20s or like early 30s. Like he can't date 40s because that's a gone time. Like he can't have a family with them unless he adopts. So
mm,
it goes a bit towards men as well, but yeah, women definitely have it difficult, man. Agree.
Yep.
yeah. And that's the unfortunate thing. Like, I feel like women in the north, like, it's becoming harder and harder for them. Like, partly it is their fault. It's a cultural thing.
Right.
But partly because, like, biology has given them big disadvantages in this area. But, like, what's a guy going to do? I respectfully, I want to start a family. I want to have, like, a loving partner. I'm going to go outside of this country to find that. Like being a brown kid, I can still go to my mom and be like, Mom, can you find me a nice girl from the old country, nice family, nice thing, and we'll meet and we see if we can make a marriage work.
So,
Right.
so you're okay with that arranged marriage?
Uh, I was never against it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and it's not even really an arranged marriage. Arranged marriage implies like there's no choice. This is more
Yeah.
of like
Oh, yeah, that's
traditional
true.
matchmaking.
It's
Right.
more like
Matchmaking.
Yeah.
parents matchmaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't
Anyways,
only marry the person, you marry the family as well as,
and
Yeah.
the family plays a big role in this.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Indeed.
Like if I go to Philippines, and I marry like a nice Filipina girl, I want to have cousins who I can call whenever I'm in a fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, man.
I just be like
Well,
Angel, Fernando, I need backup in the village,
Mr.
and then they'll
Cruz.
just come in being like, "Hey, are you messing with our bro?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's my brother-in-law, man. Don't fuck with him.
Right, right. Because
Yeah, that's cool. That's
He's
cool.
like
Pinoy now."
like you have more family then, right? And
Yeah.
one of the things is like it's also in an arranged or like a matchmaking, your friends and your circle plays a big role in defining who you are, and
Mm.
to the family, to the potential mate's family or the mate. Because for me, I know that if I have my parents set me up with someone and they say, okay, go meet that girl. She's in Canada, she's in Toronto, Montreal, wherever. Like I know that I will definitely, like, if it's a friendly setting, I will take John with me because he is a kind of a guy.
He makes you look better by comparison. I completely agree.
No, I'm still taller than him. So
What?
no, like he is like
Did you guys see that chart where it's like if you tell a
yeah.
girl you're 6 foot, it shows you like 8 feet tall. If you tell her you're 5'11", it
Yeah.
shows you like 4 foot tall.
Just for the
Bro.
viewers, Arman is
Taller
Asian
than you.
Indian version of Passport Bros. He came here to the West to look for better.
Yeah.
It's a reverse Passport Bro.
No,
Yeah,
only for
He's a
citizenship.
bro passport.
Only for citizenship. Okay, okay.
But guys, just to come a bit to the conclusion of this
Yeah.
video, I do. We were talking about like why they're leaving, like what's good about being a passport bro. To balance this out, I want to talk about what's bad about this culture or this. What's it called? Not culture, trend. Trend.
Yeah, trend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
trend
Yeah,
is
like what's
more
bad
of
about
trend-ish.
this?
yeah.
Because even though like we want to think like these guys, they're going to these countries to find the love of their life, and they are going to treat that person like a princess, and they're going to respect that person's family. How many of these guys are actually going to this place because they think they can get a very easy girl at like a bargain?
A lot, but none of them get like a very easy girl actually. Because
Hmm.
if you settle for less, also
John, Mike,
because like I have a neighbor before in the Philippines. Um, I wouldn't say it was settled for less because the woman is very successful, and the guy from the states came, and then he's also successful, and they've been together for up until now. They're still together. It was 2015 I met them, but they're going strong. I wouldn't say there's because I haven't seen the bad side of it. I think the only bad side of it is I don't know. I can't say for sure yet.
what do you think, Arman?
Um, I won't know exactly, but there can be a few bad sizes because it will take, if you're from two different countries, two different cultures, different languages. Maybe you find a common language, could be English, Spanish, here and there. Okay, whatever. There's always going to be this barrier. Could be a language barrier, could be a thinking barrier,
Mm,
or it could be a barrier of just thoughts
Also
where
mentality,
mentality, yeah, because maybe someone who grew up in West takes life a bit easy, and someone, let's say, I have a wife who is from West, like Canada, America. She's going to take a backseat, chill in life, And me, I, I grew up in a survival mode, man. Like if you didn't work, you didn't eat. So, so it's like there's a bit of difference, right? So you have to have that conversation. You have to work on it.
mm.
Like that's the
I,
barrier.
But
do,
guys,
do you,
what we're talking about right now, that's more of like a clash of culture or like
Yeah,
yeah,
but it happens,
differences
bro.
in
Yeah.
mindset, things like this. I'm talking about more exploitation because like when I read these articles against the passport bro movement, it's more like people saying like these guys just want to buy a human for cheap, from a poor family. They want to
yeah,
have a woman who won't speak up to them, who won't have their own opinion. They basically want someone to control, like, basically a servant.
Hmm.
Because it is the fact that when you go into these countries, these guys have the economic advantage. They have the money.
yeah.
And
The
these
Right.
are
conversion is
sometimes
kind of
like
high,
poorer countries.
yeah,
Huh?
yeah. The conversion of money is quite high. Um,
I mean, now we live in Canada, our money
yeah,
is just as worthless,
it's
as
worthless
like
too, but
Zimbabwe at this point.
yeah.
Right.
But the thing is, if you go to the Philippines or any other country, have you watched the is it the TLC uh TLC TV that Nonek Ed? Do you know that guy? The
No.
Ed Nonek Ed. You guys don't
Mm.
know? You guys don't know him?
Oh, the are you talking about like that 90-day fiance
Yeah,
guy?
90 Day Fiancé. Yeah,
No
that
neck.
one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone
Nonek
hates
Ed.
him. I don't know why. Is he bad?
Have you watched his? Have you
Bro, I
watched
am not
his
gonna watch that
video?
garbage. I like my remaining brain cells. Thank you.
It's a so basically he expect things to be on his way.
Mm.
Like hey,
Hmm.
you're beautiful, but you have to shave your legs and stuff. Like he literally said that in front of her face, like
Wow.
in front of the camera too.
Jeez.
Yeah, like I think the expectations are different because of the
Yeah.
culture,
Yeah.
and then sometimes it's offensive, and even if you even if you think that the woman is just looking for green card, she never went for Ed because like it's not worth it, it's not worth it for but like yeah, I guess the culture differences, and you can say that like they think they can be a prince or a king over there because they have the money,
Mm.
and
Mm.
most people have no money and they just live paycheck to paycheck, and it's kind of sad to think of, but most of my people still cares about their future and about the future partners. We're not like, oh, he's rich, we're gonna go for this guy and stuff. We still think about the how compatible are you with my family, how is your values aligned to
Mm.
us, are you gonna
Mm.
be this guy, are you gonna provide, do you want me to work, what kind of woman do you like.
Mm.
It's the same thing because my wife is Chinese, so we in the beginning there's cultural indifferences, but the values aligned, and
Yeah.
y- that's the thing, because like probably because we're both Asians and Asian culture is almost the same, but the
Filipinos are
cool.
not Asian. You guys are like, I don't know
We're
what you guys are.
Asian.
You guys are like half Spanish, half Asian. You guys
But
are
we were,
Mexican sometimes. Like you
so
look
for
Mexican.
for the viewers that doesn't know, Philippines were colonized by Spain. We were enslaved by Spain, Japanese, and American. So it's like, so this is us. And um, yeah, that's the thing. If a guy from the West came to countries like us or Thailand, Vietnam, they think they're, some of them. I'm not generalizing, but some of them think they're kings and they can just go for sex or whatnot.
Yeah.
I hope that that change also, because it's kind of
Mm.
disrespectful for our women. And if you the one thing is for sure is that if you treat our women nicely, they will treat you nice as well. But if you take advantage of them, like, you're gonna get bashed, bro.
Yeah.
So bad, yeah.
You're gonna have like 40 Filipino cousins chasing
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. They're gonna chase it, and my people are crazy, bro. I swear.
I love Filipinos though; they're funny. But
Yeah, we're
no,
funny, but we're crazy too. But
I think what the problem is these days is there's an overlap in the media or online between like passport bros and sexual tourism.
Mm.
Like
yeah,
Yeah.
they're confusing the two, or sometimes one guy will pretend to be a passport bro. He might be leading these women on with promises of marriages,
yeah,
and then he'll hook up with them and then like ditch them.
like the
Right.
fake taxi, right?
Yeah.
Hey, tax evasion is everyone's
it's
responsibility. Okay, it's my money.
yeah, it's a
But like,
fake
you know what I'm
passport.
saying? Like, they basically come here, they lead the girls on, they hook up with the
Yeah,
girls, and then they leave.
yeah,
Mm.
and the thing is, like, it's out of their jurisdiction, even though they complain to the police,
Mhm.
and that's
Right.
bad. You know what I mean? There's like instances that the Westerners have sex with some local woman and then take a video of it, and they didn't even get consent, then upload it in their own country. How are you gonna defend that? How
You
are you
can't.
gonna You can't.
You can't like
Plus,
track them down.
yeah, and that's
Arman
very bad.
is Arman having some technical difficulties?
Oh, I just need to open the door.
Okay,
Oh,
go open the
Give
door.
I
me.
was going to call tech support, but then I
Yeah.
remembered, he is tech support. But
Um,
yeah, guys, so coming to the conclusion of this video, yeah, your final thoughts on the passport bros. What's good? What's bad? What do you think it's going to look like in the future? Because this is a relatively new trend. I
yes, it
don't think
is.
it's new. I think this has been going on for centuries. People going somewhere else to get a wife, but it's recently become like
Na-
popularized.
Namely Spain. went went to Philippines, went to I don't know, British to
Mexico,
India,
Mexico,
Mexico, Peru. Oh my God, British went to
Pop-
India.
Africa.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's been there for, yeah. You're right, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's it's just we just have a new name for it.
You know the one thing you can say about the Spanish, what's it called? The Spanish colonizers, they were
Yeah,
definitely not racist. They made babies everywhere.
it's
Right.
rated E for everybody. Yeah, Yeah, that's funny. But you're right. For the final thoughts, it's it's not bad. It's not bad as long as your intention are pure. But forget about what people say. As long as you treat the woman good in the countries that you go to,
Right.
uh, we have your approval. We get the approval. It's just like we just like as men we provide for women, and we want to treat women well and nicely, treat them like a princess, and then there's no problem with it. Plus the only bad thing of it, if you taking advantage of women, that's what we have a problem with.
Yeah.
But other than that, you're good to go, man. Like, we'll support you. Go to these countries, bro. It's fine.
Go
Yeah.
visit John, become part of his extended family.
We might be cousins. We don't know.
What do you think, Arman?
Uh,
Bad, good? What's it going to look like?
uh, I think it may get better, even better. But as of now, I think it's not on a high rate. I would say it's popular, but not in a bad way.
Hmm.
Uh, but definitely, I think John summed it up pretty well. That you can still go to other countries, look for people that you might be interested in, who might align with your mindset, thoughts, whatever you need, right? And as long as your intentions are good, pure, you're good. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's not bad. It's not good. I think it happens as a consequence of like the cultural shift in like North America, people
Mm,
becoming more career focused. They're not really
right.
focusing on the family. They're not even as committed as they used to be. If we look at media everywhere, it's like have fun, have an affair. You don't need to be
Right.
tied down to one person. Sleep around. I think like yeah, as you guys said, go out there with the intent of being serious. You seriously want to start a healthy family,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't see how that can go wrong unless you're lying to these women and you're just trying to get some.
Mm,
Yep.
In terms of the future, I think it's going to increase. I think it's gaining traction on social media. Guys
right.
are saying, why should I date here? Why can't I just go find the girl I want to start a family with somewhere else? And even in those countries, I think they're going to start encouraging it. Like you're going to start seeing dating ads from Colombia, from Philippines, from all these countries, because these women also have a demand for that, for a husband
Mm,
overseas.
right.
And
Right.
yeah, guys, I really want to thank you both for being here and joining me in this discussion. I
Yep.
hope you
Yeah.
had a good time. Except you, John. I don't give a shit what you think. Anyways, and I hope to have you on more in the future for other topics.
See ya, man. Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thanks for
This is
inviting.
where you say it was a pleasure, John.
Huh?
This fucking guy. So yeah, now to our viewers out there, I want to thank you guys for listening on this rant and putting up with us. And guys, if you want to support this channel, please like this video, share the channel, subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, comment down below what you think about our discussion so far and what are your thoughts on it.
If comment down below if you're happy and you know it. Just clap your hands.
Yeah.